approaching as we get. It's like about 2 weeks out now. We're looking to kind of hopefully kick things off on the 22nd, depending on availability.
Okay. Right.
So I kind of just wanted to run through the mail that I'd sent to you.
Yeah.
Just to ensure that you have a proper idea. Have you ever done any user acceptance testing before?
Yeah, I did.
Irish Water or...
but not in Irish Water.
Yeah. It's all much different, really. Though as you'll know already, it is really using your own experience and knowledge of the kind of the area of the site that we want you to do some testing on.
Okay.
To kind of run through and ensure that it all looks, feels correct. We're testing functionality, of course, but again, it's from an end user perspective. So you're coming in to the site as a customer essentially, and using that functionality. So the actual integration points, you can test in around those as well to verify that they've worked. But really, what we'd have you do is if you can create a set of test scripts that you're comfortable with, that you believe give sufficient coverage, and then we'll pass those along to me, and I'll get a copy of them uploaded into our project SharePoint, so we have those kind of as a reference. And then, based on the number of scripts, you give me an idea of how long you think it will take you to run through the testing, and we can get that kind of scheduled in during that window that we have. Obviously, the sooner into the window we can get it done, the better, in case you do cover any serious issues that causes the internet to fall apart. But we're not envisioning anything like that. But realistically, it's just to give us enough time to let the developers go off and fix whatever problems you find, and then come back and we can run a retest in and around those areas. So there is, in that mail I sent you across, also an email template for reporting bugs. We're using an application called Azure DevOps, ADO for short, to track all the bugs in. But since all users don't have access to that, the pragmatic approach was that email template is all the fields that I'll need to complete in ADO. So when you're raising a bug, pop in that mail, fire it across to me, and I'll go off and put them into ADO for us, just so we can keep track of all those.
Are you talking about this template, Joe?
So that's your test scripts. So that's where you would pop your test scripts into. Again, you can change the font and change the colour to that to black, so it's a bit more legible and doesn't burn your retinas out as you're running through the tests. But then there's another attachment in the email that you'll see in there. It is that one, UAT bug. So essentially just the italic text there is just to kind of give you an idea of what is required in those various fields. You can just delete that out and then just replace it with your own kind of what you need. Again, we've run through a round of integration testing in around this already, so we're hoping there shouldn't be too many things you encounter. But again, it's you coming in as a kind of a subject matter expert in and around kind of water quality, water hardness area of the site. And looking for those edge cases. So there was that the zip doc that I'd sent that has the test scripts that our system integration tester on the developer side had used, Laura. So you can use those as a bit of a reference to see what's being covered, potentially to give you an idea of kind of the areas that you can have a look in and around. But of course, again, leaning on your experience, is there anything you feel we've missed there that you'd like to ensure we cover in yet? If so, pop in a test script for that. Now, the scripts are going to be written by yourself and used by yourself. So I'd say you can be as descriptive or as concise as you like in terms of what you're putting in there. So long as you do have something in around, idea of like what is there under test for you. Again, it'll be like this water quality, blah, blah, blah. Test description. What's the purpose of your test? This is just to test that this piece of functionality on the page works as I expected to, whatever. The test case steps, you don't have to list them out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can write in just a line or two on that if you want. Or again, if you feel that you would like to have that to reference back to, you can put more detail in the steps, and then expected result can be either an overall expected result for this test, or if you feel that it's necessary to kind of convey that if there are multiple results expected, click here, expect this to happen, you can have those kind of paired up with your test case steps and your expected results.
Yeah.
That sound manageable? Bit of a fry on top of your day-to-day job.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I understand this is a bit of an ask from people. I know because everyone has their own. Can I say your day job isn't being a tester. Although if you're ever interested in a career, give me a shot. But yeah. My role within this will be to coordinate this testing. So we'll get a schedule in place when you get those scripts together. If you have the opportunity this week, it would be fantastic. We're trying to get something in place in terms of a timetable end of this week, beginning of next week, so we're ahead of when it's due to kick off.
Okay.
If you can put some scripts together and give me an idea of what your thoughts are in terms of effort to run through the testing. I don't expect there should be enough to take 6 weeks of every day. It's really, once you feel comfortable with the coverage in and around the site, at go live, you'll be happy saying, this looks good to me. That's fine. And we can pencil that in. And I will make myself available for catch-up calls as often or as infrequently as you like. If you want to touch base once a week or twice a week, you want to ping an IM across Teams at any time, feel free. Any issues with the testing, anything that's blocking your testing, something in the environment you can't access the page, come to me. When you do raise bugs, I'll be the in-between between you and the developers, so you don't have to deal with those guys. They're actually a really lovely bunch, but I like to pretend they're horrible so that I have a reason for being here. But and I'll be the go-between. I'll make sure that any issues that you escalate to me are escalated appropriately to the developers, and then when they have a resolution in place, we can go back and get those tested off and the issues closed out.
Gotcha.
And so how does this sound so far? Okay?
Yeah. Can I ask these 4 documents? Do I need to go through those 4 of them?
You can really they're there for kind of as a reference guide. You don't have to read them in exhaustive detail. There are a handful of test cases, if even in each of those for in and around GIS. I can't remember exactly how many for each now. I used to have it written down here. To have that sheet open. I believe Laura had written for GIS. She had all in. She had, am I counting right? 21. She had 21 test cases all in between those documents, I believe, between supply projects, water quality, water hardness, supply map, those kind of things. So, and it's really, I know it's hard, it's awfully formatted. But yeah, it kind of gives you an idea of what she was testing.
Okay.
So, and the preconditions, ignore the fact that isn't uat.water.ie. All the testing we're going to be doing will be in uat.water.ie, and then suffixes for your area. But yes, you can get an idea of kind of what she was checking, and if you feel that they've sufficiently covered that area, then some variation in or around that testing or in and around the site. But really we're looking for the edge cases, places that people would really think to check. And then overall look and feel. This project is a lift and shift, so it's issued to a customer coming on to the Isca Aran website. The day after we do the switchover, they should see no change. Realistically, you could have the 2 sites open side by side and you wouldn't see any difference. Nothing's being changed. It's just that everything should function as expected, as it already does. And I'm trying to think what else there is. In terms of any access, or I think there's any specific accesses needed, you should be able to access uat.water.ie from your browser. Within, you're logged into your Isca Aran laptop or through Citrix. And again, it should be relatively straightforward, relatively painless, I hope.
Okay. When I do the test, I will work on Edge or Chrome.
Yeah, Chrome should be fine. Yeah,
okay.
There isn't an expectation that you testers are testing across every browser and such that Laura and co have. Again, if you want to, for your own personal reasons, want to check Safari, if you have other browsers installed, if you want to have a look, that's fine.
Okay.
Just take a test in it, and we can tick that off and say you covered that as well. But realistically, we're just kind of from the end user perspective want to see what you think, what you feel about the site.
Yeah.
Sent out. And again, I said I'm your primary point of contact. Should you have any questions, anything you need, anything that's unclear, you come to me.
Yeah.
I'll make sure that we get it sorted.
Yeah.
And again, it'll be really, if you can get some time this week to just put some of those scripts together, and once you have those in place, you can send them across to me with an indication of the effort you believe it'll take to run through the scripts. I would say take your estimate, what you think on average to run, and then probably add 20%, 30%, because there's always something that goes wrong that slows you down. And then I will see around what date suits you best for that. You can let me know if there's any dates specifically within the kind of the date range that I've given you. Again, in that prep mail, the 22nd of April to the 24th of May. If there's anything within the first 2 or 3 weeks of there that suit best, that'll be fantastic.
Yeah.
Then we can get those scheduled in.
Yeah. I'm off on the 22nd and I get back to work on the 23rd. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's no issues at all. No issues at all. Goodness.
Yeah.
Did anything nice or just having a day off?
I will go to Germany to visit my sisters. And then next month in May I will off for a week as well.
Yeah, that's okay. Just you probably already told me about those dates. I think I picked it already, but if where am I now? Guess what quality? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I got those. I got those dates anyway. I'll put those dates into my little calendar here. Right. Horrible Excel spreadsheet that I'm sticking everything into. And I'll just like to kind of just make this as painless a process as possible.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Are there any other questions? Anything else you're kind of
no, not really.
Worried or
no, not really.
No. Do you think you'll be able to have a look at these this week? Will you have capacity to have a look at putting some scripts together?
Yeah. If we can look together, it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you put them together, ping me across. I'll take a scan, and then we'll get them finalized, stuck up on SharePoint, and then hopefully get this knocked out.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything else now you can need from me, or are you happy enough to kind of go off and look at these?
I'm okay. Yeah.
Okay, man. Thank you. Well, listen, I'll let you go. I'll give you back 17 minutes of your day. Think about that.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Joe. Yeah.
Thank you, Larry. I really, really do appreciate the help with this. And again, anything at all, just give me a shout.
I will.
Jump right on.
Yeah, I will. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Bye.